We were coming back from a Viridian City tournament, and we were driving with Sassy, and he said he would drive, and then he fell asleep after like 20 minutes, so you had to drive back the whole way. Was that you?
Sassy, that was
you
that
know
was
goddamn well who.
Oh no, it was you!
You piece of crap.
Hey everybody!
Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
to Blast Zone, the only Super Smash Bros. Talk show on the internet. My name is Coney, joined by TK Breezy and DE, and we are back for another episode. And I didn't make the tweet, so let me go do that real quick.
I think that's nice that like we're the only show. Like,
Yep.
Not a single one outside of this one. If you aren't watching this one, what are you even doing? What are you doing?
I've never seen another one.
It's actually facts.
It's kind of crazy too, because like Smash is such a big game, but nobody else wants to do it. I don't know.
Just don't want to talk, bro.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Blast is live. Me, TK, talk locals opening? Opening locals?
Y'all really out here doing that? Like that's the idea that y'all had. That was a good one. Like that's
Wow. All right, let's start it off with this one. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about all things Smash, but Smash has been super light for a long time. So this is gonna be a stream that's like a little bit all over the place. We'll see how it goes. But it's gonna be pretty light in terms of Smash content because ain't happening. So first off, let's talk about the topic of the day, or I guess maybe a little bit longer. So locals are opening back up. Some people have been doing it with like, I've seen it some places where they're only letting in like 30 people. They have double monitors. They're placing people far out. They're capping the entrance, and they're taking a lot of precautions, but they're still opening. And
Right.
I want to know how you guys feel about this, because I think people are caught in the struggle of like, we want the game to keep going. We don't want the game to like be suffering, but at the same time, like you want to keep everybody safe. So what's your guys' thoughts?
I definitely think that that's dumb as
Okay.
for lack of a better term. Also, I didn't know that you guys were like censoring me on YouTube.
I didn't either.
So who brought that up, bro?
It happened without me knowing. I think what we're gonna do, and Joan might be hearing this for the first time. Joan, we'll talk. I think what we might do is censor it on YouTube, but not on SoundCloud.
Bro, you know you can,
I don't make the
can,
decisions.
Listen, okay, I don't know if it's for your monetization or whatever, but as long as there's no cuss words in the title, you can use light profanity as the setting, and you still get your. You know what? Whatever, man.
I'm not the
Whatever,
YouTube
bro.
guy. I'm not the YouTube
You know what?
guy, bro. I don't
You're
know
gonna
anything
censor
about
me
it.
I know
during
who
Black
it
Lives
is.
Matter? That's crazy, bro. That's actually OD, bro. During this is the time that you want to censor. None of the episodes before were censored like that, and as soon as the movement picked up, that's how y'all gonna stifle me, bro. That's crazy. Anyway.
Maybe if you weren't so vulgar, bad language makes for bad feelings. So, how about that? Maybe be a little bit more child friendly. It's on PG, bro. Come on.
That's true. Sorry, here we PG with it. I think that that decision is
It's
made
boneheaded.
haphazardly.
It's boneheaded.
What the-
There you go.
Yeah, a bunch of doofuses. Anyway, but yeah, it's just not a good decision, bro. Like I shouldn't have to. Like there isn't really much you have to say after that. Like, what are you doing? What reasoning is there for you to open up this tournament so early, outside of trying to be like the hero of Smash? When you flip that coin again, you're flipping you're basically a double-edged sword. Like a bunch of people, even if you run a successful one, a bunch of people are gonna be like, wow, I can't believe this idiot would do such. And then if you don't run a successful one, it's gonna be like, see, told you so. Like what? Now people are sick, and it's your fault.
Yeah, so actually I made a YouTube video and talked about this today actually, and
Nice.
I touched on it, and I said that I thought that it was really irresponsible, mainly because like even if your city or state has mandates in place that allow it, like so it's legal technically, it doesn't mean it's right, because you know what I'm saying, like it's just a matter of, it seems like you're prioritizing like either greed or like jumping to the front of the line to be like, I'm the guy saving this community by, putting these precautions in place to get smashed back. Now, I don't think, these people aren't going to, they shouldn't be banned from tournaments or anything like that, if you're staying within the rules, the law, it is what it is. But just the common sense factor seems to be lacking. I think that's kind of the problem. It's just way too soon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not informed on this, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't want to make any declarations. I hear that other stuff is opening. Like, where did Phil go? What the heck?
Huh? Oh, I'm eating.
He's disappeared.
I'm not shy about taking the meat off the bone. I just don't want it on camera.
All right. Yeah, so,
Wait,
yeah,
are you eating chicken right now?
Lamb chops.
Oh, I was going to say, what's the point of getting chicken with bone in it and, then shaming people for getting boneless chicken if you're going to eat it like that, though?
Oh, no. Lamb chop. Lamb chop.
All right. We're good, though.
Lamb's good. I am not well enough informed on this, and I don't want to say something stupid. I don't know. I'm of the same mind as you guys, but I hear that a lot of other stuff is opening, but I don't know if that's true. And I think the problem is we're living in so many different universes where it's like, okay, maybe here stuff's opening, but maybe here it's not. And maybe in this very dense populated urban, packed area, there's stuff open, but here in this rural area, I don't know how it's going to go.
Right.
And I think that's the problem is, it's a case for anything. I had a friend show me, I think it was, I don't know if it was World Health Organization, but they had, a list of, 1 to 9 in terms of, what would be risky for during this COVID thing. So, 1 is tennis, right? Because you're on opposite ends of the court. 9 is a concert. Or, TK, I think you saw this too, right? What was number 9? It was, can't remember what it was. It was posted in Discord. There was a concert or a bar was pretty high. And tournaments, at least at a national event, are a 9, no question. If it's a local, you could probably get down to a 5. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sorry, my cat's getting up a hairball. But yeah, it's
hear that.
okay. Never mind. It's just this weird, just out of nowhere. It just sounds really bad. So yeah, it's it's obviously somewhere on that spectrum, and I think it's different for everybody. I don't want to sort of make any declarations myself because I'm not informed enough, but I listen to the smart people, and the smart people, from what I've seen, I could be wrong, might be different smart people, but from what I've seen, the smart people are saying don't do it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't. So, all right, I get that you may not be well informed on this, but I still don't see why you can't make your own opinion on if you think this is smart or not.
Because I haven't done enough digging into this to see what's happening. You know what I mean? I feel like the problem is you can't make one declaration across the entire spectrum of the United States, and I feel like the reason that people are doing it. So, for instance, here we go. Here's an example. When we took Julie home, when we had the baby and we took her home, everything we read said, do not co-sleep. Do not sleep with the baby ever. Do not ever let the baby sleep in the same bed with you. Why? Because for most people, it's a very big risk, because if you fall asleep and you roll over on the baby, obviously that's very risky, right?
Right.
But for some people, if they're very light sleepers, and Mal and I never did this, but some people are very light sleepers. Some people have the baby crazy off on the side. There are ways to do it, but the reason that they tell you about it is because they want to make sure there are no, it has to be black and white. And that's what I feel like they're trying to do with the stay-at-home thing. I think they're trying to say, okay, it has to be black and white. You have to stay in. Because if you allow people any amount of leeway, if you're okay, well, maybe you can go out, but make sure it's only 10 people. People are what about 15, though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what... So I don't want to make any, grand declarations about this is what you should do, but that's sort of the way that I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. That's the way I'm feeling it, though.
No, I mean, it's an opinion. I was just trying to, hear what your whole thought process behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think common sense should just rule this day, or rule in this instance. Even if, and the problem is, even and I talked about this in my video, even the simplest things, just putting on a protective mask for not just yourself, for others, is just mind-boggling difficult for these people. And that's the reason why I'm just so like hesitant to like say, okay, we can get tournaments going back
Sure.
IRL because, and we already know like a lot of, I'm not saying just Smash, I'm saying gamers in general have a bad history of like, general hygiene sometimes. So it's just, I wouldn't trust it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, like we're seeming to all be in agreement right now on this. Which
Sure.
Is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that we're all sitting on the same side of of realizing that, like, even though the thing is, this is actually our livelihood. Like, a lot of us, we all are content creators. You know what I mean? And those checks from commentary, we're getting a little nice. You know what I mean? Right before the happened. So a lot of these people who are affected by this aren't nearly as affected as us, and they're still like rushing to go back. Like, we are like deeply affected, as in like I've lost a part of my income. Meanwhile, you're affected by just not being able to go to a tournament and go 3-2 or whatever. Like, and somehow like you are willing to put everyone at risk around you just to do that again. Like, that is.
Well, I think some people, like, TOs definitely are. Versus just got shut down. And Versus,
Yeah, well, I mean,
Versus
I'm
like,
talking about the people who are clamoring to go. Not
yeah, if you're
so much
talking about
TOs.
players, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm talking about players. As far as like TOs and events, we're all hurting. They're all hurting, and that fucking sucks, man. I don't want to know that, like, these popular top venues are getting shut down. But for these people that are claiming to go back just because, oh man, I'm bored at home. Like, those are the people I'm directly speaking to right now. Like, oh man, I can't live without Smash. Like, you can live without Smash. So, Jesus.
No, I agree with that. It's I don't know. I'm hoping that we can get some kind of clarity on this whole thing, because as of right now, it just seems so nebulous, like across the board. Everybody's just shouting and clamoring over each other about whether it's safe or not. And you don't know what their motives are. Like, some people genuinely are concerned for safety. And I've noticed that a lot of people are, and I've felt this myself too, and I have to actively resist it. I'm like, I don't get sick. If I get sick, I'm going to be asymptomatic. I don't care. I'm not wearing a goddamn mask. Like, I feel that, because I very rarely get sick, and I'm not especially empathetic as a person. But I'm trying to actively resist it. Like, well, it's not about me. It's about everybody else, obviously. Like, you can't just think about yourself in your own personal bubble when we're talking about how many thousands dead? Like 100,000 people? It's crazy. And I think more people need to do that, is try to reflect on the mass of this. Like, there's so much stuff going on, man. It's nuts.
Agreed.
All right. I think we're on agreement on that, and I think we squeezed as much as we can out of that. So, opening up locals, please don't do it. Not a good idea. Unless you're like, how many people do North Dakota events? How many people are going to those locals? Whoa,
That's what
don't
I'm thinking,
sub.
like, if
Holy.
you're, that's what I'm thinking. Is like,
Thank you.
if you're in like one of those areas, like, I don't know, like, yeah, if you're in like Montana and your local already only had 10 people, I think you guys may be safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like for those areas, like the the Floridas, the Calis, the Xanadu's, yeah, it's definitely.
That's why I think it's okay to have that's why I think, like, if you have like a controlled environment, like an invitational for an event, I think that's cool. Like, if SmashCon did, like, my proposed idea was the top 8 players from each game brought out, you know what I'm saying? And you did something like that, that'd be cool, you know what I'm saying? But just, because you can talk to every person and know their scoop, but just herp or derp opening the doors up is just wild, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like if the events have a surplus of money, it would be really cool to see them, like you said, sort of like an invitational style event, sort of summit style, I guess. But the idea is everybody shows up, everybody gets tested immediately, like at the door. You're tested, you're in there for a couple days. Maybe it doesn't need to be a week, 3, 4, 5 days, but it's a deep dive into those players. So it's not an open bracket, but that's so much content you're getting out of it. It's basically the same as a summit, but you can obviously tweak it to your specifications.
Bam.
There's a way to do it, but that takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of planning, and it's not the same as like running a tournament. It's probably less work overall, but obviously it's like not the same work. So probably throws people for a loop. All right, coming up next. So I said this at the end of the last episode. Obviously, Smash is running a little dry for stuff to talk about. We've never done this before, so I wanted to open it up to YouTube. YouTube comments. I went to see what you guys had to say on YouTube. Gotta be honest, the average YouTube viewer probably dumber than the average Twitch viewer, if I had to say. I'm looking at some of these comments. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because the anonymity of YouTube. You know, on Twitter, it's like that's your person. A lot of these people have their pictures. So we're just gonna take a look at what these guys said on YouTube. You know what kills me? I love it when like the first comment is like, "Wow, this is a great video. Would you like to make more money working at home?" It's
Yes, actually.
I love that. I love that stuff. Mega Lucario wants to know, anybody got any tips for baking banana bread? I'm trying to create the ultimate banana bread before quarantine is over. I've never made it. Have you guys?
Never made it either. So sorry, man. But now you got me interested in trying to make the ultimate banana bread. I think it was something about like if the bananas have like the bananas with brown spots are like actually really good to use for those.
I've had it plenty of times, but I've never created it. So I don't know. That sounds like a good question for Google.
might want to type it into a search bar.
Just throwing it out there.
Neil Oza said, could a stage like Brinstar Hazardzon be legal? Is lava inherently degenerate? Yes, actually. Yes, as in it could not be legal. It is degenerate.
Oh, I was like,
No. The thing is, a lot of people don't know this. We tried it. Brinstar used to be legal both in Melee and in Brawl for a very long time. But we turned it off primarily because of Meta Knight. But obviously, Meta Knight wasn't in Melee, but it was other stuff you could do, and they turned it off before that. Brinstar used to be legal. Now it's not, for good reasons.
Yeah, the lava definitely, it's not Brinstar Deaths, none of that. Norfair, none of that. We're good.
Stages without a floor, that's like a problem, you know. Even if it's only there sometimes, it's like imagine, you know, you take the person's jump. They're definitely that. Imagine if you're fighting Cloud or Chrom, and it's like, all right, I got his jump, he's gone, and now he's just in the air again. It's not good. Jenna Tools, wow, with that's funny. Jenna Tools, have you guys played any Pokemon? If so, what's your favorite game or generation? I've only played Gen 1 because then I grew up. How about you guys?
Wow.
I wasn't.
My favorite gen is, I guess my favorite gen is Gen 2 because you got to go back to Gen 1, so it encompasses my two favorite gens. Gen 1's the best.
Then I'd answer that.
That's rude.
What is?
Okay. Then I grew up, okay?
I'm an adult.
There's grown ass men making full money off of this.
Good for them.
Why don't you tell DC that he's not grown up? Huh?
DC's grown up. He's just he's the guy taking the money from the kids, you know? He's working the carnival.
Okay.
That's fine. It's okay.
My favorite is Gen 3. Because of secret bases. Anyway.
I played Gen 1 and then I watched, like, I talked about this on my stream the other day. Did you guys play Sword and Shield?
Wait a minute, bro. By the time Gen 3 came out, you were like 13 or 14.
When did Gen 1 come out? It was 1999. I was 11.
Hold on. Ruby, Sapphire, original release date.
They should bring back secret bases. Those were cool.
I don't even know what those are.
Pokemon original release date. Hold on. This originally released in 2003. Never mind.
2003.
Yeah.
I was 15. I was a man.
Get the f out of here, bro.
There were kids in the Civil War dying at 15.
All right, bro.
I had to grow up fast, bro.
All right, man.
I'm an adult. Yeah, I was 15 at that time. You know what it was? It like, unironically, what it was is that was way too many. Like, I was like, 151, that's stretching the limits of my understanding. Then you went to like 300. No, I'm tapping out.
That's fair.
I can't even count that high. Like,
that's
stop.
Fair.
Proof Block, do you think that you'd be able to make it as a top commentator in any other game besides Smash? First off, rude. It's mad accusatory.
You guys are one tricks.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you weren't a one trick, what else could you be?
These guys already do it. Phil does 2K, and TK does Tekken and Brawlhalla and other stuff.
Yeah, I've commentated at least like 8 different games now. I won't say I'm at the top of anything, but Brawlhalla people love me. Tekken people are they're hit or miss, but I get where they're coming from because Tekken has like rich history, so
Yeah.
that I do not know. I did Soul Calibur. I done Dragon Ball Fighters. As far as being the top, I'm not really concerned about being the top of anything else. You know how long it took for me to get to the top of Smash? I'm not trying to do that same fucking journey again. I'm 30, dude. It's gonna take me 10 more years to get to the top of something else. I'm good, bro. 40-year-old me still out here commentating Smash Ultimate 2 or whatever. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't particularly. I mean, if I want to take over something, I believe I could, and in the sense that if I'm actually interested in it, and I apply myself and actually put effort into it, yeah, I could, be funny man for any game I think.
Yeah.
But I don't really care right now.
Yeah.
I like making content over anything. So.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, our focus is kind of shifted. Like I will always like commentating, but I don't want to do the grind again. Like.
Correct.
The grind is very, very long, and arduous, and y'all think that there's like a bunch of, as I said, like anytime I see like a newer commentator complaining about shit, I'm like, you don't even know the half of it, bro. Like you don't even know the half of it, man. We had to go through getting freezed out by New Jersey and shit for like 2 years straight.
Yep.
You know what I think is part of it too is it's very difficult. And I can't think of many instances, but maybe I'm just not well versed. Like, if people define the sound for a game, they are the top guys, and you're not kicking them off. So, like, us for pretty much any game past, like, Brawl and Onward, like, that was us. I don't know how Sajam did it, because Sajam got into Street Fighter, and he just, like, he's younger than us. It's like, damn, okay, that's a game with a rich history, so good for him. But it feels like, Tasty Steve is more like our thing because he's around our age and he's been in it forever. Yeah. So it's very difficult to sort of get in and become a top guy if you weren't there from the beginning because like TK said, there's just so much history, there's so much knowledge you don't have.
And it's like top too. Like there's definitely been Rod Senpai, they've made waves and they become notable commentators.
Right, yeah.
But to get to like the top where me, you, D1, Kataro, E, all where we all sit, that's a feat that I feel like is going to take quite some time for a lot of people.
Yeah. I think I could do a different game, but I don't know what it. I'd do League. I'm white. I could do it. Just put me on a MOBA. Just like, right you are. Just play the host role.
I would love to hear Jordan can't commentate League.
He'd be great. He'd be fine.
He'd be great at it. I would love to hear it, dude.
He's amazing. Oh yeah, I'm a top commentator for ARMS. There you go, 2 games.
True.
Do you Matt Naraha says, do you think there should be more stagnant teams partners in top level play? Also, do any of you guys like commenting on teams over singles? Nope.
I think the word you're looking for is static anyway, but yeah, I would love to see more. I would love to see more static teams, straight up. But I don't really have a preference right now. I think I love singles is always going to be like nice because it's player versus player. But doubles is like doubles when it's like 2 established doubles teams going against each other. I like that.
Yes.
So it's like doubles, 2 established teams, singles, and then doubles in general. So.
Yep.
Yeah, doubles was awesome. Brawl had a lot of static teammates, which is actually why Brawl doubles is one of my favorite Smash events. And then Smash 4 had a couple, like the Cat and Void and Como and Leo. So you had a couple of static teams there. But yeah, I'd love to see that more. Honestly, that's kind of why I wish like teams, and MVD and ESAM are nice too. That's kind of why I wish like teams, like when they pick somebody up, like if that person has a static teammate, I wish they could grab them too. But I guess Smash, isn't like doubles isn't presented in a fashion where you really care as much if they're winning or placing in that event. So I get it. But for commentating it, no, I prefer singles over that because I can't remember what big house it was, but that ruined doubles for me, bro. I was like a 4.5, 5 hour block.
It was god awful. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll never forget that.
Well,
block.
yeah, doubles should never ever be 3 out of 5 past top 3. I don't give a how big the doubles tournament is. Like that is just a long game format. So, nah.
Yeah. With Smash or Scott Pilgrim with Smash Ultimates Online making the game barely playable and other games of good online such as Them's Fighting Herds and Skullgirls being played at EVO Online, do you think any top Smash players might temporarily pick up one of these games good online? And if not, which top player would you like to see learn one of those games? I'm not answering that second part, but the first part's already happening. Void is playing a lot of Valorant. A lot.
Okay, Void is he's a special case. Though.
I know. He plays other stuff.
Void, like, he been playing other stuff. But if you're talking about, like, I don't know, the core, like Meister. You think Meister's going to pick something else up? You know what I mean? You think MPLA was going to pick up Tekken? I don't fucking think so.
That's a good pick.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are the people I'm thinking of when you're like, well, who's going to pick this stuff up? Absolutely not. Those, nah. So, you know, those people that have already shown interest in other games, the Antis, the Tweaks, the Voids, like, them picking up other stuff, you know, they're in the same boat as me, basically. Like, I play a lot of Smash, or I like Smash a lot, but I also like a lot of other games. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it depends on the player. I didn't think about there are some people who will be sticking only with Smash, which is fine. You know, Leffen's been playing basketball, so
yeah, that's just
let's go.
Tweets. All right, man. I'm going out the ball. Like, what?
I'm sick of you dudes. Bro, Leffen might make it.
Man.
Pigs said, somebody named Pigs, I did not enjoy the Nintendo event because they didn't have pools and instead had a weird ranking system. It was no fun and there were zero measures against cheating despite me having evidence of it. So I basically got screwed out of a set, was tilted for the rest of the event. My performance was worse because of it. I think he's talking about the Nintendo event that they had last week. I think this is all through Battlefy or Battlefy or whatever it is. That site is what Nintendo uses to do all these tournaments, and I feel like any issues would be through them, but I could be wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know what you mean by cheating, though. Do you mean they were lagging, or like did they spawn like Giga Bowser? Like,
sorry about that, family emergency type
good.
stuff, but we're good.
Like, was your opponent literally just Giga Bowser? And it's like, bro, come on, I got a screenshot of it. Well, did he pick it? Why didn't you pick Giga Bowser?
To be tilted for the rest of the tournament, though? Come on, man. Where your nerves at, man? Come on.
Wait, what was the question?
Somebody was talking about the Nintendo event from last week and said that, like, his opponent was cheating, and I assume that means lagging, but I'm imagining what else cheating could mean. Like, he spawns in as, like, a boss or something. Like,
we only had 2 instances of lag at that tournament. I'm pretty happy about that.
Dude, that one clip.
It's like, oh, yeah, man, Final Smash meter is definitely on, dude. Huh? He's playing Zelda. I'm like, all right.
No, Breen Star is definitely legal. Definitely legal.
Mario's banned at my house. Falco's banned at Coney's house.
Falco's banned at my house, that cutscene ass character. Up tilt is just a fatal blow. I hate that. Every time. Yeah, I Giga Bowser isn't banned in the rules, so it's legal. That's some Airbud stuff. Yeah. There's no rules saying Giga Bowser can't be played. Yeah, the Nintendo Online thing was weird, dude. When that lag dropped in the middle of that game, like, and it cut back to us three, I was like, oh no. But
did they talk about those levers?
Jordan had an excellent Sieg. He really did. Jordan's a professional. Yeah. He's amazing.
Roll with the punches, baby.
Yeah, he's so good. And I mean, like, that's all you can do, right? Like, when that happens, it sucks, but what can you do? In Awesome Sauce's latest video, he talks about platforms in Ultimate are more akin to stage hazards due to the game's limited amount of movement options. What are your thoughts on that? I feel like there's a lot of stuff in Ultimate, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's a lot of things, at least at low percents, that, like, pop you on the platform at, like, the perfect distance. You know what I mean? Like, I think Joker's down throw, if you're at the middle of Battlefield and you down throw, you are perfectly set up on the platform, and it's a 50-50 in terms of teching. Like,
yeah.
And I think there's a lot of interactions like that. And yeah, that's in a lot of other Smash games, but I feel like platforms in Ultimate specifically, I didn't watch the video, I need to. I've been catching up on some of his other stuff. He's very good. He's a very good creator.
It's like I don't agree because they're obviously not hazards, but at the same time, like they're nuisances in this game, dude. Like being stuck on a platform feels like way worse in this game than it's ever felt in any other game.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Like, I definitely get where you're coming from, but to say they're hazards is basically saying that, like, we always have to play on FD, and that just, no. That logic has left years ago, so, you know, but yeah.
Agreed.
Tin Star says, I'm curious what you guys think Smash will look like 2 years from now, since Sakurai said DLC will go on for that long. I don't know, man. I think it's a mistake to try to guess, because that man does whatever he wants.
Yeah, bro. I'm kind of like over guessing what character's coming in. Like I see people already trying to put the guess out. Oh, who's the next character? I saw Keith talking about some. You know, we're gonna get the reveal and then get a DLC announcement for a Pokemon character, and all that always sounds feasible. But like, I just don't want to guess anymore. I don't know where he's going. So
yep. There's no way to guess.
Yeah, I think the next Fighter Pass though, they're gonna throw us a curveball and it's gonna be arms only characters.
All of them?
Yes. But with a twist, the final one will be Little Mac in some sort of, apparatus that allows him to compete with the ARMS characters. And he'll be a feature in ARMS 2. It'll be like a crossover thing.
It's a stretchy Mac.
It'll be kind of cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see. And I think that's it. I'm looking at the other ones, and somebody said, "Could you guys make a dope questions tier list?" Joey Peters says, "Can you guys make an FAQ and direct a person to go read it if they ask one of them?" That's a very good question, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a dope questions list. So, like, if you ask us something that we get asked every week, it's gonna be on that list. So we're working on that. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we're on it. All right, so that's the end of the YouTube thing. Also, David Saucier said, with Smash slowing down, now might be a good time to reflect on the past. I didn't get into competitive Smash until Ultimate. Would love to hear more stories from you guys on experiences from Melee, Brawl, PM, Smash 4. It could be epic experiences, stupid/funny stuff, lessons learned, etc. The problem with that is it's very hard to recall unless something sparks your mind from it.
And all the stuff that I want to recall is usually degenerate anyway, so I don't really want to be putting nobody on blast 10 years after they did some degenerate shit at Pound or Pound 2 or something. So nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's great history within Smash, but yeah, I'm good.
I don't know. I made a video on stuff like that on my YouTube channel. Check it out.
I think
you have to use this show to promote yourself, bro. Is that what we're doing now?
What do you mean? It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the question.
It's just all right, bro. Somehow we've been able to plug that every time. So like,
not covered.
Hey man, what's your favorite YouTube channel? Well, my favorite YouTube channel is me actually, but you should check it out. Anyway, it's like, hey man, what's your favorite color? Well, I answered that on my YouTube channel, but it's blue.
You'll have to,
all right, not featured in the video at Pound when what was his name? Cheese, I think Cheese or somebody got mad and threw a controller and it hit Shippo in the face. That was hilarious.
Pretty sure that was. Oh, I thought it hit D-Disciple.
No, D-Disciple threw it. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
One of my favorite like things to happen back in the day was there was, I think, an amateur bracket at some tournament. Maybe it was Pound 5. I don't remember, but there was an amateur bracket. And first and second, grand finals of that tournament were the two biggest ragers of all time. It was Cheese and another guy who I don't want to say because I think he really is sensitive about it and he was working on it. It was Pound 5. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. It was a Falco player from New England.
Oh, Bloodcross.
Okay. What? You got it. Yep, that's the guy. Him and Cheese were grand finals, and they were both... They were both notorious ragers, and
so he's working on it. He's working on it.
He doesn't play anymore. I don't think he's still around. So I hope he doesn't tune in.
He called you all those names under the sun. He just dipped. Like that was his final technique. Like
I'm pretty sure he called me the N-word at some point.
Yeah,
Come on, him and Stingers. I was like, dude, what the hell? What's your problem?
Stingers was a weird case, too, because, like, he's in North Carolina and hangs around a bunch of black dudes. So I was like, that's just bold, bro.
Yeah.
That was just You are a bold man for that one. Anyway.
Yeah. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. I tried to hide identities, but it is the Blast Zone. Okay. In terms of other stories or like history, I would love to, man, but unless we like it's like you can't just be like, tell me a story from your childhood. We've told so many stories on this show that we don't want to repeat ourselves, but at the same time we have so many things, like, I don't know, we don't want to go into it. So
yeah.
Anyway, that is Tales from YouTube, so we're gonna switch over to the Twitter AMA, which is what we always do. We'll be spending a little bit of time on this, probably till 8 o'clock. Try to keep the show at a brisk 1 hour. So let's see how it goes. Neerat wants to know, guys, what's your opinion on Raid Shadow Legends?
Well, I don't have an opinion yet, but I will have an opinion later on tonight as I watch, as I'm informed by my boy.
I've never played it, but I hope to very soon.
I played it. I did a stream for it last month. It was very fun. You know, eventually I hope to re-download it.
Why did you
play it again? Well, because when my computer went to, I just lost everything. I just haven't had a chance to get it back yet. I mean, but yes, very good game. And I can't wait to do another one.
Yep.
Wink, wink.
Look at that. John wants to know, who's your favorite Pokemon? You guys have one?
Hawlucha.
Really?
Yeah, that character's dope. I don't know, man. I've always liked luchadors anyway, so to make a Pokemon luchador is lit.
Okay.
So that's like my favorite Pokemon that's not like a starter. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't want to like be like Squirtle.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love Squirtle, but he's a starter. So Squirtle, Espeon, Hawlucha are like my three altogether.
Favorites. No, let's go like that. Favorite starter is Charmander. Into Charizard, obviously, and then my favorite other Pokemon is Lugia and Mewtwo.
Favorite starter is Bulbasaur because I only played Gen 1. And favorite is probably... I like Sandshrew, and I like Cubone.
Sandshrew's pretty lit.
Yeah, I like those guys. And I liked Eevee. Eevee's great, but it's just a dog, you know? That's not... I don't like Zubat.
Is Eevee a dog?
It's a fox, dog, whatever. It's... Come on.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
I don't like Zubat, but I like the sound that they make in Pokemon Puzzle League for the Nintendo 64. It's a great sound. There you go. Burt Miller says, favorite...
Well, hold on.
What?
Flattree said they added Krogunk to Pokken. He's been in Pokken, bro. Like, since, like... That's not like DLs. What? Anyway, go ahead.
No. Burt Miller, favorite terrible movie to watch with friends? I don't really do that. You guys do that? Watch bad movies with friends? I guess I watched That Feel with No Girlfriend, and that was a trip.
Didn't you? I mean, nah, I guess not. There's not like... I feel like when you think of like a bad movie, I'm thinking like... You know, you sit down and watch like Not Another Teen Movie with your boys or something like that. Like,
oh, okay.
I don't know, but like a movie I recommend to friends to watch together that's funny at least is Major Pain. That's a great film.
That's where I was gonna go. Is like I love Adam Sandler movies, but they're not good. Like Major Pain is not like
anymore.
A good movie. Well, I mean like the old ones. Like Billy Madison is like one of my favorites.
Climate wise, those are terrible movies. But
not all of them.
Yeah, what?
What happens in
50 First Dates
Waterboy?
was godlike.
What happens in Waterboy that's offensive?
The whole premise of the movie.
No, they're making fun of white people. It's all like, look at these dumb swamp white people.
Are you trying to like? Are you trying to like woke on me right now? like, what are you doing, bro? Waterboy.
I'm telling you, Waterboy is not offensive.
Movie,
it's not offensive in the least, though. Come on.
Okay, buddy.
I don't think a single person has ever watched Waterboy and got their feelings hurt.
Yeah, it's not about getting your feelings hurt. It's just a weird, like, take on, like, autism. Like, it's not a good take on autism. Like, what? Like, I don't think anyone walks away like, wow, dude, I can't believe they would talk about me like that. But, like, just to watch the movie, you're like, wow, this is, Very problematic. I'm still gonna watch it because the shit is funny, but holy fuck, that's problematic.
I never even thought about it like that.
It's a good movie.
Whatever, bro.
I never even thought about it like that, man. Now you ruined it.
Now it's ruined.
Big Daddy's good. Although, oh wait, that one's a little racist. You remember the guy that delivers food in Big Daddy? Hippopotamus. Give him all the easy ones. Like that one.
Oh my god.
All right. Perhaps the movies of my youth were all problematic.
Was Billy Madison the one where he was like going back to middle school or
yes.
Or like
yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
Wait. What's the one with the golfing then?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I never saw Billy Madison then.
Oh, dude, Billy Madison's great. That's my favorite one. It's very good.
I think Adam Sandler actually does have some movies. Like I could do an Adam Sandler marathon of like his older movies, you know, from like Click back, like you know what I mean, like Click and then back is where I would be. Yeah, where I'd probably start.
Fire Mage says Pokemon. I love it when people. This is not making funny. I love it when people ask questions and then answer the question themselves. They're like, "This game just got announced. What do you think?" Personally, I think it looks great, and I think that they should do more. Okay. Pokemon Snap was just revealed. How do you feel about the announcement? He didn't do this, by the way. I think it's funny what people do. How do you feel about the Pokemon Snap announcement? Also, people are comparing the way Snap looks compared to Sword Shield. Do you think it's fair to compare the games visually despite them being different genres, even if they're using the same assets? No, because Pokemon Snap is literally on rails.
Yeah, I think when you can dedicate more sources or resources to the graphics when there's no player control. Like the only thing you do in Pokemon Snap to player control is speed up and slow down. Like
yep,
you know what I mean. So
you can't even go backwards. I don't think so.
I didn't. I've always wanted a Pokemon Snap, but it's like one of those things where like I wasn't. It's neat. Like I'm not like I'm not about to like blast off out of my chair for Pokemon Snap, but like it's neat, and I will definitely buy it and play it for some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will play it, enjoy it for like 2 weeks, and then no one's gonna talk about it again.
It's the case for like every game that comes out now, dude. Like games are just so disposable. It's crazy.
It's just like people get hyped because oh my god, nostalgia, but then you're like, that was fun, and you put it away and you don't play it again.
It's kind of crazy. Like Final Fantasy came out a month ago, maybe 2 months, month and a half. Like,
yeah.
And now
I don't think nobody really talking about it right now.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, everybody played it, but it's like Last of Us 2 is coming out Friday. Some people are excited about it, some people aren't, and in 3 weeks nobody will be talking about it again. It's crazy. I don't know.
Wait, that's coming out before the PS5?
Yeah, comes out Friday.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep. The PS5 is. No, I mean that Last of Us 2 has been getting talked about for a long time. It's just they kept like, I don't know, like they kept moving in weird directions and it was like throwing people off. So
the a lot of the stuff got leaked also.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to come out a month ago, but they delayed it because of COVID stuff, and now it's coming out Friday. So
gotcha.
I don't know the ending, but I know a lot of the things, and I don't know. We'll see. Fire Mage says, Zero recently posted, he had a double header, there's another one. Zero recently posted Smash Ultimate is dying. How do you feel about the point that the Bidoleth and the arms rep contributing to the lack of vigor in the community? If the characters weren't first party, do you think things would change? That's an interesting question. I think it depends on what you're talking about, because like there is a Smash community and then there's a competitive Smash community, and I think these are two different entities. We don't need the character reps. Like, I think the game would have been fine if we kept having tournaments. Like, if we kept having majors, things would have kept evolving. Leo probably still would have won most things, but it's the tournaments are compelling enough and they're interesting enough, and Tweak sometimes beats him, Simsora sometimes beats him. Like, the challenge is there. From a casual side, like normal Smash players that just play the game for the hype and for the new stuff, like, of course that's going to die off, because it's just like we were just talking about. Like, without new stuff to talk about, without new content, nobody's going to play it anymore. And I feel like that's the case for that community. And, like, it's a lot less exciting to get Byleth or Springman than it is to get Sora or Goku,
Yeah, but also, I think this is a weird time to make that video. Like, I mean, of course, there's waning interest in this game when you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to say, you know, like, that'd be like if I put out a video today and was like, man, tournaments are, what happened to tournaments? You know what happened to tournaments. You know what I mean? Like,
Y'all remember events?
Yeah, like I mean, the game, you know, I feel like there's a lot of entitlement when it comes to DLC anyway. There's like 80, more than 80 characters in this game, dude. I feel like at this point in time, it doesn't matter what else is put into the game. You can literally give me like a bunch of Kirby sub enemies, and I'd be like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can Bandana D, Waddle D is now in the game. Like, I'm like, well, all right, sick. You know, like I still have my characters that I want to play, so I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You know, once you have 80 characters, I think that's quite enough. But yeah, so like to say that, like, you know, Byleth or whatever took away from the game, I'm sure there are some people that are upset, but I'm also laughing at those same people because, like, you know,
Who cares?
Yeah, like who fucking cares? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm sure you're gonna go back and play your same main anyway, just because your obscure ass character pick didn't get put in, or because, you know, your anime trope didn't get put in, doesn't mean that the game is now trash. And that logic has pissed me off since forever, especially when it comes down to, like, when a Nintendo Direct will come and, like, there was all this other good for Nintendo, and then, like, nothing is said about Smash, and he's like, man, this Nintendo Direct is trash.
Yes.
You're like, bro, we got Breath of the Wild 2 information, we got Metroid Prime
People
information.
only want Smash.
We got, you know what I'm saying, we got, like, No More Heroes information, we got, like, a new Mario Party, a new Mario Kart, and they're just like, man, but what about that? Shut up, dude. Yep. Shut up.
Yep. I am in the same boat. Next question. I'm gonna drop something in the call, guys. What do you call this move? EE and TK. What do you call this move? I have no way of showing you, Twitch. So I'm gonna tweet the link. What do you call that move?
Okay, hold on.
FU.
No, you don't.
Is that not the FU?
That's an attitude adjustment. Okay, it's been an attitude adjustment for 8 years. Come on.
Yeah, just because they fight it doesn't mean it's not what it used to be.
All right.
You pump up the shoes, you pick up a bastard, and you put them on their ass. That's a FU.
It's the same thing. It's the weakest. It's a fireman's carry. You just okay. I'm a mark.
Well,
I'm a mark. You're a smart. Just a smart mark. Actually, John used to call it the FU because it was like the F5. Get the out of here. Who cares? I bet you call CM Punk Phil. Dorks. God. Apprentice, which Smash Bros. Character do you think should be you? Hold on. Which Smash Bros. Character do you think you could be able to beat up in a fight, knowing there'd be no repercussions afterward, or you would have to be able to deal with those? So, like, if you beat up Joker, his team's not coming to beat you. I mean, I would fight Joker. He's scrawny as hell, and he's like 17, right?
Yeah, but he has a knife and a gun.
It's not real. It's not real, though.
Are we just talking about?
I think it's real in the context of the fight.
Yeah, what the?
No, the gun doesn't. The gun isn't real because it's only real if you believe it's real, and I know better.
Coney.
Okay, well, and that's see, this is why when we were talking about the, you know, apocalypse and who would die first, it was you.
Why?
Zombies aren't real because I don't believe in them. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead and go touch them then. Yeah, go ahead and go converse with them then, bro.
He's 17 years old. He's he's a 17. Okay, who are you gonna beat up?
I feel like no one really. I don't know. Maybe
you're soft.
You know what? Game and Watch, bro. I'll just step on him, stepping on like a piece of paper. He's like, ah.
I'm picking. All right, we can cut that out the YouTube.
No.
We're getting rid of that in post.
We're leaving that one in. Someone clip it and send it to Edna. Like, just do it.
Phil's gonna say I wouldn't beat up, but if I did, this is how I would do it. The juice is loose.
Just jokes, people.
Don't
have champ me.
I could probably beat up Yoshi, right? Like Yoshi's just like. Well,
nah, he's pressing buttons, dude. He's pressing buttons.
He's pretty tall.
He's a dinosaur. He'd eat you.
Yeah, but like
I feel like without powers, I'd beat Ness's ass for sure.
Yeah, but he's so smart. Like. He has like PSI powers. He's telepathic. Although
That's
wait, no. He
without
doesn't
the powers.
He doesn't have powers in his game. He actually doesn't have powers in Earthbound.
Wait, so where all this? Oh wait, that's right.
They're from Paula. Yeah, they were just like here, just.
Oh, I beat Ness's ass. Bro. Anyway,
I beat Lucas's ass. That dude's a wimp. Oh, he
Someone
does
said
have
I beat
powers?
Jigglypuff.
He's rocking. That's it, right?
Instead of beat Jigglypuff, all you have to do with Jigglypuff is just hit it with a pin needle. That's done.
Yeah. Villager? Yeah, Villager is a pretty good answer. I don't know. He spends a lot of time doing manual labor. He's probably really strong. It's not like good. Oh, Lucas does have a snake. Yeah, I don't know if the snake's poisonous though. It's a lot of
Seems
good,
like a friendly. Seems like a friendly snake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a lot of good questions. Scruffle says, to add on to a previous question about Ultimate dying, do you think the feeling has more to do with the offline major tournament scene pausing, or the fact there haven't been any significant updates or changes to the game in the last few months? I would say the latter. Again, I think it comes down to what community you're talking about, because if we still had majors, we'd be fine. I think people tried to do online majors, and they tried to do like quarantine series and stuff, and then it's just like nobody wanted that. Like, people wanted it, and it was okay, but you can't do that forever, you know?
Sure.
So I think they just kind of ran up against the wall, and now there's some online events, but they're a lot more scarce. So yeah, I don't think it's dying. I think it's just a lot of things are on pause, you know?
Yeah, I don't. This is like a weird question because like it's like almost like a common sense question. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's borderline dope basically because like it's a question that you're almost answering just by looking around. Like, why are you in the house? Why are you stuck in the house right now? You know, like why are people getting laid off? Why? Anytime you ask any question about why anything changed right now that has nothing to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, the other answer is COVID. I don't know, man. Anyway, moving on.
Still saucy, but at home says, finally caught this in time. What Smash Bros. Character would be the worst wingman?
Falcon. Falcon. I feel like I don't know what it is about Falcon, but I feel like he would just take your bitches.
I agree. Those hard nipples always just protruding. That skin tight outfit. That's a dub for him.
Yeah, bro. Like, he would start as a wingman, but then like he would say some shit that like only made him look better. He'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go over there and talk to her, and then like 10 minutes later, he's like, yeah, I think I'm about to lead a club, bro. Like, what?
I think my two answers are Ryu, because Ryu probably stinks, and he wouldn't even be allowed in the bar because he doesn't wear shoes.
Yeah.
And Snake, because Snake is dumb as like, Snake is so stupid. You'd be like, all right,
He's
man.
oblivious.
Can you go talk to that girl? Talk to that girl. Yeah, man, I'm trying to set this up. Set what up? Like, I'm pretty sure Snake is a virgin. Like, I don't think
Someone said Ness because he's a child, but honestly, bro, children for men are like a really good wingman. Like, you know what I mean?
Like Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt's a good answer because you got a dog, and people are like, oh, so cute.
Yeah, bro. Children for men, like being a single father, bro. All right. Anyway,
I don't like it when people immediately go to kids with that, because like people will be like, okay, who's the hottest Smash character, like hot tier list, and then everybody's like, whoa, those guys are children. Yeah, okay, so they're in a different tier because they're kids. Like,
yeah.
We're talking about Wingman, we're not talking about kids. Come on, trying to have fun. Wii Fit Trainer would be good. Only female Wii Fit Trainer, not male Wii Fit Trainer. He's
male Wii Fit Trainer. Yeah, he'd be too busy like flexing.
He's an asshole. He's a piece of. That guy's such a prick. That guy's an asshole. Like, all right. Huevo said a big thing from the Brawl PM was the community made mods and enhancements. It felt like each scene had its own identity with the different custom stage lists, music packs, skins for stages and characters. What was your favorite aspect from this era? That's a good point.
My music pack for sure. I don't give a.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what really happened is that Kataro's music pack was full of that whack ass anime and tropes and everyone was DBZ, and I was like, I don't want to listen to this in every match, so I made a smoother one, and more people like if you were not into all that anime, you got mine. Like, but yeah, Kataro's pack was just everything was just anime guitar
I
riffs
remember
and
that.
One Wing Angel remixes, and I was just like, all right, man, I can't do this right now, dude.
Every stage was like Wily Stage 2 and the Final Fantasy 7. It was like Wily Castle 2 and the Final Fantasy 7 fight song. And it was just that over and over forever.
Every time.
I remember I think it was in Europe, they had a pack of something. It had my favorite Smashville ever. It was like pink and white, and it was beautiful.
I do remember Seagull Joe did have the Linkin Park pack.
Every single stage had a different song from Meteora. It was crazy.
Wait, that was a thing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Seagull Joe's entire, like, it was either, I think it was like Atticus and Linkin Park. Like, that was it. It was just, oh my god.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with including like one of those high energy, like, you know, anime remix songs. I mean, some of those are good. I just don't, every stage didn't need 7 remixes of the same song. I don't need to hear Wily's Castle on FD and then also go to Battlefield and hear a different remix of it. It's like, that's the same way I feel about the actual theme of Ultimate. I hate how, like,
It's in
a lot of the
everything.
stage themes are just remixes of the main theme. That's why I turn all those off.
Huevo, bonus question. Most memorable custom build that you guys played in tournament for either good or bad reasons? I will never forget this. I've told this story a lot, but it sticks out in my head. The time I went to go play Lai, who was a Falco player, we had to go play in tournament. I go downstairs to play, and he loads up, and Falco is Daffy Duck. I said, I'm not playing. He was just... Daffy Duck was... He was full black with a yellow beak. I couldn't see anything. We were on Lilat. I couldn't see him. He was a ghost. So, I'll never forget that moment. We moved immediately. Actually, no, we didn't move. That was when you pull out the SD card. When you can just, like... You could just remove it. I remember that.
I think, is it old era? Are we talking old era? Or just
Anything.
any era?
Just anything
Oh.
you remember specifically.
The Kermit Ryu is actually always, that was always one of my favorites.
That's really
but
funny. That's really funny.
Goddamn. Yeah, I just watching all those Nairo streams of him just fucking people up. Sure you can. Like, that's my shit.
Kermit
like
Ryu
the-
was excellent.
Thomas the Train Rob? I think that was it.
Yes.
That was really
Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. He would shoot the laser. It's
good. Shit was fun.
That's so good. Fitz says, what was your favorite tournament top 8 with your guys as a TriCast? Was it the first one? Like, it feels so silly to say, but that SmashCon, dude, that first SmashCon we did.
I was like, the first one we did was actually Glitch, but we were all dead because Tantalus only hired us. Like,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We worked all week. That was the whole weekend. I forgot about that.
and he was like, my bad, team. And I was like, Tam, why would you think I wanted to sit here for 12 hours of this 14-hour tournament?
I forgot about that. Yep.
That was rough.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna say I think the first one that we ever did, and for SmashCon was probably, yeah, that's
I think 'cause it was like new and unique thing too. Not to say that like it's not good now, but like it was like special then, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That was a really good tournament.
Yeah.
That and whatever
From
glitch,
top to bottom.
whatever glitch that Osiris challenged us to a fight. That one. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that. No.
Bro, so like we were we took that break and Osiris was already like drunk and he was like, let me commentate, and I was and Apostle was like, yeah, bro, if you could beat any of them in a fight, like, then you can commentate.
You can take their spot.
And he was like, I'll do it, bro. And I was like, Osiris, like I don't even have to jump into the fight for you to already lose. Like, and then after that he went over somewhere and threw up. So, you know, Osiris, never liked that kid. But yeah, that was that the actual commentary for that tournament was nice.
I do not remember that. And I'm
Good
sure he
times.
doesn't either.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Chance.
Proto says, do you guys think that Lucario is hella underrated? And then he asked, who do you think is underrated? Which is a dope question. But about Lucario specifically, no, he kind of sucks. Because he's literally built to be volatile. And you want
Yep.
stability in a tournament setting.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, consistency wins.
Yep. You can be the best Lucario in the world, but if you're relying on like a sneaky back air to like clutch you the win, that might work 3 times a tournament. It's eventually you're not gonna land on 7s. That's it. Hexetera Hexetera says, has a fast food place ever messed up your order? If so, did you have a mental breakdown over it?
There was this one time I was at Zaxby's and I was really excited to get the wings and things combo. That's what I usually get out all the time. and they were out of the wings. Like they were out of the wings, and they said they didn't have any, any left in the store, and they were offered to replace them with boneless wings, but I didn't want boneless wings. I wanted, bone-in wings because that's a real wing. And I just, I got really mad and asked for my money back and left, and then 10 minutes later I went back because I still wanted Zaxby's, and I just ended up getting the chicken finger platter, which was delicious as well. But yeah, I was kind of mad.
Hashtag ad. I don't really care for orders of mine getting messed up unless it's like I asked for no onions and you still put onions on there. Like but I'm not gonna go back and fight you for it. I'll just pick the onions off, but it's a major inconvenience. I've gotten the wrong food multiple times from like this Taco Bell up the street and just been like, well, what do they order? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like, I'm already home and I'm like, well, this is definitely not what I ordered, but what do they order?
Yeah.
Like, I'll still eat this,
I had the exact same experience as the cop in the video that you're talking about. In case you guys didn't see it, it's on Twitter. It's a cop who had to wait for her Egg McMuffin and had a mental breakdown. I had that exact same experience recently, and I was going to tweet something. It was in poor taste. I was going to be like, damn, this happened to me too. I guess something really is up with McDonald's going on right now. We're all being oppressed. And I didn't do it because the joke doesn't work. But I was like, I wonder how often that happens, because I feel like that's happening all the time. Like, McDonald's is more and more packed, like, constantly. So I feel like that Egg McMuffin story has happened. I don't know about you guys if you've been going. I went like a month ago and I had the exact same thing where I waited like 30 minutes for fries. So just know it's not just you, whether you're a cop or anything else. There's a Wendy's near me that always gets it wrong. It's absurd. JR says if TK, was it TK, do you remember coming, was it you that, I can't remember if it was you. We were coming back from a Viridian City tournament and we were driving with Sassy, and he said he would drive and then he fell asleep after like 20 minutes, so you had to drive back the whole way. Was that you?
Sassy, that was
goddamn well who
that was.
No,
it was you.
You piece of crap.
I'm sorry. That happened a different time with Sassy and Kenny, I think, where Sassy after 20 minutes was like, I'm falling asleep, I can't do this. But this was a different time. Okay. Keep that in mind.
That was EE, bro.
That was EE.
Yeah, and then so I'm still upset about that, because I think there was another time that we drove somewhere and my man was like, man, I'd be scared to get in the car with TK. Well, at least I get us places, all right? How about that? At least I can drive, all right? How about that? I'm scared to get in the car with me. Man,
you were going like 90.
You went
He
from
does drive
one,
fast. He does drive fast.
I do drive fast. I did drive fast. You went from one rest stop to the other rest stop. That's like 10 miles, bro.
I gave you what I had, man. I gave you what I had.
I forgot about that. That was guts, right?
And no, it was a Viridian City, and I had to drop everybody off at home too. So I had to do all that on no sleep. I had to drop Takeover off. I had to drop EE off. I had to drop someone else off who was in the car with me. I think it was the Ice Climbers player back in the day.
Oh, Bonk?
No, Asian Ice Climber player.
Oh, Meep.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it's not
Meep was with us.
And so I had to go all around. I had to go all around Maryland and drop you out.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I had Julie.
What
on
did you
stream.
do?
She hates the lights of the stream.
Oh,
she
okay.
freaks out because like I have the lighting here and the two monitors and the RGB. I'm sorry, sweetie. Yeah, as soon as Mal touched her, she's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
But no, I had to drive everyone home and then make it back to Sassy's house just so I could pass out for like 10 hours. So yeah, that was probably the last time I thought about driving literally anyone. But yeah, I drive all the time though, because everyone else can't drive long distance. We were doing when we were doing the things where VG was driving up to like Chicago and for like guts, I drove all 12 of those hours because Gimmer can't drive for and Apostle just he liked to sleep a lot. I think Apostle would if I asked him to, he would have. But yeah, Gimmer will get in there, and I feel like it's a waste of time if you're only going to drive an hour of a 12-hour thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What? Now we have to stop for no reason, literally in the same state because you can't drive at a distance. Like, I'm good. So I just get in the car, let me put my own music on, and we'll get wherever we need to go if it's within 14 hours. So.
The reason that I asked that is because JR said if the three of you went on a 1-week road trip across the country, how would you divide the driving hours?
I would just do it all.
I like driving.
I could drive now.
I
could
would
help
just
you
do
out.
it all.
Just throwing it out there.
I don't. For some reason, I feel like somehow
I
you
love
would do that
driving.
again for a YouTube video. So no, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I will just drive it all. Like I'm good.
YouTube.com/evisu is not about pranks. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay.
take care of business.
As soon as like I get tired, like I would lay down in the back and then he'd turn his camera on. Guys, I'm about to tell TK that I can't really drive for much longer.
Big
You know what I'm
prank.
saying? Big prank. Big prank.
I would drive with you, bro. I like driving. PK Freezy says, how can a heavy be a top tier in Ultimate? You can't. A heavy can't be a top tier in any Smash game. Snake doesn't count.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Like the heavy big body heavies, I feel like it's just unless somehow you get like a Bob ass heavy, like he's like speed and weight, but that's just busted at that point in time. So
How do you make a heavy top tier that isn't like stupid, like that isn't just not fair? It's because like even Bowser in Ultimate is bullshit. Like you get hit by neutral air and then you get hit by back air and it strings and you're dead at 50. Like come on, man. Like that's just I don't know. Give DK a third jump. That actually would be busting.
it would help out a lot. Think
Think about the ding dong. Think about his. Oh my god, that would fix everything. It would help his recovery mix-ups. It would help him chase people vertically. Oh my god, if he had a third jump.
Imagine getting planked by DK's back here. like he turns around or he like drops off the ledge, does a B reverse charge, and then just back airs 3 times. Like, all right.
Isn't DK pretty good in PM? Yeah, but isn't that a... I think that's an outlier, because I think Thunders is like the only guy that does it, and Thunders is just like ungodly good. I could be wrong, but I think he's the only one. Maybe not. Nope says, I wanted to get all 3 of your guys' thoughts on the last couple of Nintendo tournaments, the ones Coney and EE just commentated for, especially the connection cutting halfway through matches. Okay, bro, that's gonna happen. Okay? It happens. No big deal. I'm really enjoying the tournaments. I like commentating them, and I love that Nintendo is doing official stuff, like we talked about. We talk about it like every single episode. It's like, I like the fact that there's more casual stuff going on.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, it's chill, and it's cool to see other players compete. Actually, that guy, Diaga, he's apparently a Xanadu player, which I didn't know, and he won the region I commentated, so that was pretty awesome to see him do it with Bayo, solo Bayo. So, I like it. It's cool.
So, thank you, Vox Secundus. So, actually, that leads into the Taylor Swift fan 1989 says, how do you all feel about Captain Zach making a comeback and winning the Nintendo tournament? Was that
Captain Zach?
That wasn't
Captain Zach.
It wasn't
him,
it
was a player named Dialga, or the Pokemon Dialga, whatever it is. He's competed in Xanadu before. That was not Captain Zach.
Okay.
That was a corny meme somebody started.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured he was memeing, because, like, why would Captain Zach enter a tournament where the grand prize is Splatoon and ARMS? You know? It's like...
I remember he was nice at ARMS, though. Or was it Pokken? It was one of those games.
Probably
It was like at that PAX,
Probably
that
Pokken.
PAX West, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He won the Pokken tournament and won a Switch. I was like, what the
Damn.
fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
Henrik says, what games are you currently playing off stream? Also, are there any games you want to stream but don't for whatever reason? I think we answered this last time. I just started Phoenix Wright off stream. I just finished Case 2 of the first game. I played it a long time ago, but don't remember it. I don't stream it because I don't think it's good for my audience, and I hate reading out loud. Because I read really fast, so I have a problem in games where there's a lot of reading, where I will either read too fast so the chat can't catch up, or I have to read everything out loud, and then I don't talk that much normally. You know what I mean? So my mouth gets tired, and I'm just annoyed.
Yeah, I feel that.
So
I'm not really playing anything off stream that I'm also not dabbling with every now and then on stream, except for League. Like, I've played Gunfire Reborn on stream a decent amount. I've been playing Rivals of Aether on stream a little for the workshop mostly lately. And but I play League at night just with the boys. So, but I don't really feel like streaming League sometimes because, what I'm saying, just I don't know, it's not fun.
The only thing I play off stream is like probably Pokemon Go, and I can't stream that, so it doesn't matter.
I'm about to play Last of Us 2, but I'm probably not going to stream that. Because I might stream it like 1 or 2, but apparently it's 25 hours long, and that's not taking over the stream. No way. Neerat says, oh, here we go. What were some horrible takes / opinions you had when you were younger and stupider? Do you guys have anything particular?
I think I used to give out I'm pretty sure I used to give the N-word pass to some of my white friends. What a mistake that was.
Never me. I never said it, just to be clear. Not once.
I mean, EE still does that, so I just, I don't know if I can really count that as a mistake. I guess the only other thing I can think of is like saying the F, the derogatory gay slur for that starts with an F, saying that like regularly. But even I had a gay friend that was like, yeah, don't bother me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am gay. Like, I'll still say it. I'm like, oh, if he says it, but that was just not really. It's not good logic.
No, I think that's how everybody operated. Is like back then it was just like, well, if they're okay with it, but like as social understanding progresses, it's like, okay, that's not cool. Especially because you're interacting with so many new people that don't like. Okay, your friend said it, but now you're online to 50,000 people. Like that's not. Not to say that that's okay, but like that's just sort of how it opens up to the world,
Yeah, just like terminology I used to use back in the day. I'm like, it really didn't make a lot of sense because like the word that was substituted for was just as good of a word.
Yeah,
like lame is like a perfectly legitimately good word. Like,
I'm really glad everyone stopped saying the R word for sure. Like, well, the sexuals are
the
all
RA
R word.
RA.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was not about that at all.
That was always weird. That was always weird.
I just bro. That was whew. That shit needed to go. I didn't even think I said that a lot when I was younger though, because it just didn't even feel right coming out of your mouth.
No, it's weird, dude. Like,
yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Anyway,
that always felt kind of weird. And like DBR, the whole melee thing, I was like, even back then that was weird. Yeah. I see. But again, I don't think those are really I think just social understanding develops as time goes on, and you just become more wise. Stangy, 18BLM. We're getting to the end, fellas. Stangy, 18BLM says, MK Leo will be the test for the Ultimate community to distinguish their treatment of the #1 player from what the Smash 4 community did to Zero. Thoughts on possibility that Ultimate community fails in the aftermath? Leo is... People treat him way better.
Yeah, I don't... Like, what? He seems to be fine.
Yeah, I think it's talked about a lot, the fact that people really like Leo, and they really respect him, but I think part of it is because Leo is a lot less vocal. Like, he doesn't... Like, I think Zero would have been fine if he kept his mouth shut. Not that he should have, but, like, if Zero just didn't talk as much, people wouldn't have a problem with him, because he was always respectful after losses. He didn't rage, at least not publicly. He was a good spokesperson for the game if he wasn't opinionated. But at the time, we wanted somebody opinionated because we wanted visibility. So, like, a lot of people were mad at him for doing what, honestly, was good for the scene and helped us at the time.
It's definitely the ESAM effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he just... Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with ESAM as a person, but, like, his demeanor is off-putting to, like, people,
Sure.
And so, like, they end up, like, having biased opinions on him because he's an outspoken person. And so, like, that same shit's happening with, to Zero, obviously. But then on top of that, he was winning everything, and everyone wants to see the underdog win. So, not only are you frustrated with this guy winning everything, but then he's also talking. You're like, God, I wish this guy would shut up. So, without knowing anything about him personally. Just how fandom works.
I think I don't think people would be mad at Leo even if he won 50 events in a row. I think it was Zero's sort of his outspokenness and his persona, along with winning a lot. And again, I don't think it was necessarily bad for us. I liked that he was sort of out there because we needed people to do that. I think the game's just in a different spot now, and somebody that's more a little bit more reserved and maybe not quite as controversial, can take the top spot, and he's really respected, and everybody loves him. So.
Yeah, I really think it depends on your fame level too, and like who you are as comparison to whatever is going on. Like, you know, Abadango came over here and just I am best Pac-Man like all the time, and y'all ate that shit up. Like,
That's
y'all
true.
ate that shit up, bro.
Yeah.
You're eating that. I was like, oh, Abadango, bro, he's so funny. And Zero did that. Well, I'm best Diddy Kong. Shut up, Zero. You know, so
We know.
yeah, bro. So
People
There
love
it is.
Japan.
Yeah.
Icy Butter, have you guys had any interest in playing/streaming Persona 4 Golden port on PC? Nope.
No.
no.
Next.
Woo! Weebs, get out. Intoner said, would you be satisfied with a set of 5 Smash Run stages with new enemies instead of a set of characters as DLC? Ooh. A set of characters, though?
Wait.
One character,
No.
maybe. I'm not losing
No,
5 for Smash Run. No.
Yeah. It's not that serious. Like, nah. Like, I would definitely cut out one character from the current pack to get Smash Run back in the game.
Yeah. Not Springman, though.
Not Springman.
No.
All right. That'll work. Not Springman.
Not that. Blueberry, if you could find your... Last question of the night. If you guys have a funny answer, because this will be it. If you could found your own country, what would you call it?
Probably just Breezes, as I called my island on Animal Crossing. I'm not creative with names.
There you go.
Blacks only. Like, so that way, finally, those white people could be like, I'm just waiting for the reverse racism to happen. You're always telling us to go home or go back to our place, and then we go back to our place, and you're like, why can't I go? All right.
But then you would have to give out passes. And then you'd be back where you started.
It's like actually just white people only offended about places they can't go when they're, you know, when they're not the ones who chose it. They want to send everybody back to Africa. I bet you if all the black people were like, you know what, we will go back to Africa. It's gonna be a good time. They're like, well, hold on now. Well, hold on now. What's over in Africa? Goddammit.
Let me see.
That's OD.
That's funny.
Damn.
All right.
A Nigfu Isle.
There you go. I still can't.
Just-
I can't say it, man. If I'm booking with a
you
travel
can.
agent, where would you
has
like to
point at
go?
the screen. Right here.
Here?
Right there. It's like brings up a map right here. Right. Well, I'd like to go.
Here.
Hey, we welcome everybody, man. Just for the record.
All right.
Oh my god. You have a pen? Like I just need to.
I can't even write it down. I have to draw the neighboring countries and then circle it. Like this one.
It's in between. Like
Below.
I mean,
Below
Oh my
this
God.
one, and I can't even Google it. Yeah, then I'll get the FBI on me. Oh, all right. Throw darts at the map. That's a Scrooge McDucket and have a globe. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's the end of Blast Zone, guys. You got anything to plug? Don't leave though. Don't leave. I'm serious. Something really cool is about to happen.
These people.
Sorry. Keep going.
I'm probably gonna stream tonight. I'm not sure. We'll see. But if I don't, if you guys are playing rivals and shit, like just come through to the Discord at the very least. We've been doing a lot of workshop rivals, because workshop is fun. But don't bring none of that broken ass character shit. I'm using like the tournament legal workshop rivals characters. But if not, then I'll be doing some 90 Day Fiance later. Who knows?
I don't know. I just dropped a new YouTube vid. Check it out. You know the channel Evisu, and I'm gonna stream later tonight. Ace Attorney 3rd game starting at Trials and Tribulations. So excited for that.
That's a good emo, Coney.
Oh
think
yeah,
you should've
everybody
turned-
leaves. Everybody leaves.
I feel like you should have turned it around, but I guess it wouldn't have worked as well. So that I could work with the jukes better.
Oh, that's true. Well, I think you can do that with the. There's a way to switch that, but. All right. Before everybody leaves, I'm gonna say goodnight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys can stop the audacity. Just send that file to me, please, if you don't mind.